Okay, so I'm just going to this is just a brief tutorial on how to access all your assignments for your classes. So this is my version of a student classroom list. And let's say I'm looking for my geometry work. So I'm going to click on my geometry classroom and you should see something like this. Now this is on a laptop, but on your phone it would have a similar format. Underneath, we have these announcements. These are little updates on any changes, like if I posted any work, if there's some general announcement I need to make, like Monday is Memorial Day. Um, and over here on the left, we have all the due dates arranged. So it seems like today we have an assignment due, and on Tuesday we have that quiz due, right? So how do we access those assignments? So if you go under classwork, I believe on the phone this may be on the bottom, but if you're on the laptop, if you go to classwork, right, you're going to see this. You'll see topics on the left and all the assignments in the middle. Now, on the left, since we're in week 9, we're going to scroll down to week 9. And then down here, we have all our assignments. Okay. Um, so for all my math classes, the first 3 days, we have worksheets. So it's kind of weird, but like the way these assignments are organized is the recent updates are posted first and the earlier updates within that week is posted at the end. So down here, this is where Monday's work would be. Okay, so in Monday's work, you have worksheet number 1. And then over here, you notice you have a couple of attachments, right? So let's say we want to open worksheet number 1. All right, so this is how it would look like. I think your work, this section would be underneath if you had the phone. But if you're on a laptop, this is how it would look like. We have the name and the date. So all your assignments are dated. And then over here, I have some little blurb about where you can find this work. It's on chapter 11 from the textbook. And then we have the agenda. So the video, each of your worksheets will come with a video. This is either a video I made or a video I found online. And it's going to show you how to do the assignment. And then over here, this is where your attendance check-in forms. So there's some of us that like to write present on the classroom. To get credit for these attendance forms, you need to actually to you need to actually like do these forms. Writing present isn't enough to ensure that you have things turned in for credit. Um, and if we look at these attendance forms really briefly, um, they're also dated. The same video that I put in the assignment is right here again, but this time it has what are the parts of the, it has a mini lesson question. So this is what the video will talk about. And it'll also show you an example of one of the classwork questions found in the worksheet. You fill these in, what's your first and last name, what period you have in geometry. And then over here, this is the attendance question which you're answering. For this week, it's how many, it's this. You have to look at this figure, this polyhedron, and see how many faces, vertices, and edges. And the video will explain what I mean by those. Okay, so let's go back to that classroom page. Over here, you have your, you have the PDF of the work. This is the worksheet. These worksheets are the one you're that you will work on, and you'll be using the same methods taught in the video. Now, to submit your work, there's some of us who have figured out ways to, write directly on this document virtually, or you can just, go have a piece of paper and write down your work and your answer on that piece of paper. And what kids like to do is like take a snapshot, take a picture of it, and then just go ahead and attach it. So if I had a picture and I want to attach it, I'm going to go under Add or Create, File, select files from my device, and then you can like look at for pictures. I think this is slightly different with the phone, but it's the same idea. You just want to click on add and create, and then you want to select that paperclip thing, and then you press turn in your work. So yeah, this is where all your worksheets will be. Let me go back. And then so yeah, so you'll have worksheet for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Thursday, there'll be days where I post more videos to help you out. So from our Google Meets, which happens every Wednesday, there's some kids who might have missed it, and there was a topic I went over that might be helpful. I make videos on that, and these are dealing with the same questions they will see in the worksheet. Um, and then Thursday, there's no work, but you still have that attendance question to do. So there's no worksheet, but you still have that attendance question. And then over here on Friday, which is today, you have a quiz. So we have that attendance question, and we have a quiz, which is like on the side. This quiz, these are the questions that make up the quiz is the exact same questions found in your classwork. So there, I didn't change the numbers. It's the same numbers, the same questions, just in different order. Um, and so yeah. And now the thing with all my weeks, all the weeks of work, the day before the quiz, so you can be successful and study and have time to study for it, we have the answer key right over here. So this answer key is usually posted on Thursday nights, the night before the quiz. Um, that's just to show you like let's say you're doing the classwork, but you're not sure if you did it right, or there was something that you were kind of lost on, right? I mean, you can always like message me. People have done that. They've emailed me or write a private comment. But um, you know, if you still need added support, the answers for your classwork is posted. Like so over here, I write worksheet number 1. That was Monday's work. I show you how to solve the questions. So if you're lost with something, you can go ahead and like copy the work, and when you copy it, you see the way the method I'm using to solve the question. It'll stick in your head better, and that'll help you like get a high grade on your quiz. Right? Okay, so if you're missing work, if you find that there's a week that you're missing, right? You just have to look at the side, and it's usually labeled missing, right? So let's say, for example, let's say for, yeah, it's whatever's like usually for these over here, like on this question, right? This is missing. So, Google Classroom usually tells you what is missing and what's been assigned to you. That's the basic idea I wanted to hammer in. Um, and yeah, that's how your weeks will go. The assignments are if you want to access any of the assignments, you look on the topic side and you're just selecting the weeks. And let's just say, like, for example, I think on the phone, it's hard to access this. So you just want to keep scrolling down until you see that title week 9, week 8, week 7, right? And you can see with all these assignments, hold on, with all these assignments, it has the same format. You have worksheets, and then you have the answer key, and then you have the quiz. For marking period 3, we're looking at work from week 7 and up. And yeah, so week 7, 8, 9, 10, and so forth. Okay, so this is just a brief tutorial on how to access all your assignments.